Hello friends, and welcome back to my channel. I just want to thank all my old subscribers and welcome my new subscribers. So if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and hit that notification bell to be notified when I upload videos. So I'm always looking for ways to stretch the food that I have, and from the carcasses that we had from Christmas turkey and ham, I am doing a broth. And then the meat that was left on the turkey, because there's always some meat left on the turkey, I'm going to do a meal out of that. So this is going to be a one-pot meal. The first thing I'm going to do is get my pasta cooked. And I'm going to cook it al dente because it will cook more when I add it to my soup. So here's the broth that I made from the ham. As you can see, it has the fat on the top, and this is the turkey one. And of course it has the fat on the top. And then this is the meat that I got off the turkey. And I think I'm going to make a play on chicken noodle soup, but turkey noodle soup, why not? And I'm going to be using my home canned veg. I have celery, potatoes, carrots, and then I am going to take this broth that I have from the turkey and make my base for the soup with that. And then I'm going to scrape that the top off and use that for something else. So I've decided to use pasta instead of potatoes. I have my carrots, and I also have my corn, and then some celery to go into the soup. And these are all home canned veg. So I've scraped off the top fat layer of my broth, and I've put it into a mason jar to use some later. And the rest I'm going to use in my soup. So you know how this is going to start. Yes, I'm starting with my roux. I used the fat off the top of my broth and flour. And I'm just using my broth now to make my base for my soup. And yeah, you knew how this was going to go. In my pot with some flour, cook that down a little bit so that raw flour taste is out. And then I'm going to make the rest of my soup base. So now that my roux is cooked down and it's nice and a little bit brown, I'm going to add the broth from my turkey rack. And that's going to be my base for my soup. I don't need to season this. I will taste it, but I don't think I need to season it because it has all the seasonings from when the turkey was cooking in the broth. So if I do, maybe just a little bit, but not very much. So here's my base, and all I need to do from here is just add in my veg. It's quick, it's easy because everything's already cooked, and pretty much I'm just warming things up. So here's my veg. I have carrots. I have a bit of broth from some canned veg from last night or the night before. I have my corn here and my celery. And I'm just going to add everything in with the liquid in the jars because that's nutrients as well and flavor. So I'm just going to add everything in and get it warmed through. Add my pasta, and pretty much it's ready to go at that point. It's already, all the vegetables and everything are cooked. My pasta I cooked first. My meat is already cooked, so I just want to warm that through. And this can be ready in 10-15 minutes. Well, depending on how long you have to cook your pasta for. So it's ready to add the pasta and my meat. So this took only probably about 20 minutes, half an hour, if that, with cooking my pasta and everything. But it has that all day cooked taste because I use my fat from my broth, and I also use my broth as a base. So that gives it a nice depth of flavor when you do it that way and don't just use water from the get-go. So you're already ahead of the game when you use that. And even my water off my canned veg helped to add to the flavor. So before I add my meat in, I'm going to take some of this out, and this is what you see here. This is a vegetable pasta soup, and the rest I will add the meat into, and this is it with the meat, and I just mix that in, warm that meat through, and it's ready to go at this point. Nothing beats a big bowl of soup and a nice homemade roll. That one is a sourdough roll on the side. And I will say this took no time at all, and it is delicious, if I do say so myself. You know, I always thought I was doing something wrong when I saw my broth gelatinized like this and everybody else's was nice and loose when it was cool. But apparently I'm doing something right. When it gels like this, that means you got all the nutrients and everything under the bones, and it's a good thing. So I guess I was doing it right all along. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and hit that notification bell to be notified when I upload videos. Thank you very much and have a great day.